Top 10 MLP songs. Yep. Okay, so MLP has been known to be, like, you know, the quintessential, you will have music. It will be the show to have music. Since Generation 1, it has been a staple from every single generation. So, of course, there's gonna have a lot of songs in Generation 4. Generation 4, however, breaks the mold when it comes to certain music interpretations of children's media, thanks to the fact that most of their songs actually have purpose to them. Whoa, a song that can actually help out the visual aspect along with the story? Ooh, what a thunk! So, basically saying, I'm fully prepared to understand any amount of criticism when it comes to my choices to this top 10 list, and just know that these are my favorites for very particular purposes. And to make sure that I understand exactly what I'm talking about, I made sure to break all the songs that I have in my list to 3 basic categories. The song in of itself. Is this a song that I'm willing to put on my phone, put on my MP3 player, and just listen to when I'm walking about everywhere? Is it a song that I can do that for and actually have, you know, a nice time listening to? The visual aspect. Knowing that the song's great is one thing, but since it's part of a show, what does the visual aspect bring to the table along with the song? Are they just standing around singing it, or are they doing various things to complement the song? That's what visual aspect means, obviously. Then you have the lyrics. The lyrics is very important because if you have music and your lyrics kind of contradict whatever it is you're supposed to be conveying in the song prior, it makes no sense. Not only that, some lyrics can make no sense, and some things are just, you know, kind of stale. The prime example of this is many of the commonly known spontaneous Pinkie Pie songs. These spontaneous Pinkie Pie songs were very prevalent in seasons 1 through 3, where she just broke down the song for various reasons, with the exception of like laughing at the trees in the beginning of the series. But then you have Hop, Skip, and a Jump, and you gotta share and you gotta care. You know, those kind of songs, and Evil Enchantress. Those kind of songs, you know, won't make the list because obviously they're just joke throwaway songs that don't really matter. Songs like that won't make it to the list, but these songs, however, hold a special place in my heart for the simple fact that every time I seem to listen to them, I either have a sense of goosebumps in my body, or just all around, yes, this is a song that I'm proud to say MLP nailed. So, let's get started. And I already know for a solitary fact, once we get to the final 3 or 4, I'm gonna get some comments about this. So, as always, I would very much appreciate it if you guys put your top 10 favorite songs so I can get your side of what songs you believe. Same thing's gonna go for any other list that I happen to get done before the final season of MLP comes out. Thank you for checking this video out, and hopefully my picks make you think, maybe, okay, I never thought of this song that way. Let's get started with number 10. Number 10, Bats, or Stop the Bats, what I like to call it, from season 4. This song really got to me when I first listened to it. Not from just the visual aspect, but the lyrics to it as well. There hasn't been many songs where you had the main 6, quote unquote, go against each other in a song. There may have been 1 or 2, and of course I might be missing one on my repertoire. But this one's the most standout of them all. You have the conflict is you have bats going off and destroying everything in the apple orchard, and of course Applejack, being the hardworking farmer chick that she is obviously disgruntled about this. And then you have Fluttershy, the nature-loving one, trying to tell Applejack that this is the way of nature. Them doing this actually helps future crops in the future. So with that, you have that song being what the main battle entails. You have Applejack with her side saying the current is really bad, especially what this harvest is supposed to be giving us. And you have Fluttershy who's trying to diffuse the situation, trying to let her know that this is just how it's supposed to be, and these bats are just living out their lives like how we do. I like this song purely on that aspect, along with the fact that apparently this is a song that apparently it just got such a minor controversy. Not controversy, like obviously this is all over the place, like some Brie Larson kind of stuff. We're talking like, we're talking, since Applejack said sin, apparently that is a word that cannot be said in a child show. Are you kidding me? But in the end, it did add to the dramatic factor of this song. The bleak aspect to Applejack's side, and then the hopeful aspect, how they both view the bats, it's very telling of their character. Applejack sees them as a threat, so she has them in a more threatening demeanor, like actual like flying vampire bats with large fangs and just destroying everything that she loves. And then you have Fluttershy's side. Fluttershy is looking at these bats as nothing but lovable creatures, fluffy even, and I found that to be one of the better things. Now, if we had more songs that could put MLP characters' perspective into anything, this song is definitely on that list. So that's why I had to put it in number 10. It was going to be an honorable mention. Like, you know how many times this has jumped between being on the list and the low spot to just being an honorable mention. Trust me, I after really thinking about it, I think this was the better call. On to number 9. Babseed from season 3. Babseed was my first real in-loved CMC song. The CMC songs have always had this sense of they're kids, and since they're singing their songs only captivates their growth. Especially Hearts as Strong as Horses and the Cutie Mark Crusader song, to name a few. This song, however, you can say whatever you want about how the episode portrays bullies and stuff, but the song in of itself really captivates what it is to have a bully actually kind of mess with you for almost no other reason than because they can. And seeing Babs, Diamond Tiara, and Silver Spoon torment the CMC throughout the song is the visual aspect that I actually fully enjoy. The graphics in the background of the seeds going from black to white, black to white. The CMC running in the foreground, running, and then it pans over and then it circles around and he's running side to side. And Babs playing not only the bully but kind of like the serial murderer in most like horror films, where no matter how fast you run, the dude can just walk at a brisk pace and still catch up with you. And I like how they kind of threw that in. Bullies are kind of like that. They're like the serial murderers to kids in middle school. It's weird to say it like that, but I've been bullied a lot when I was in school, and it was kind of like that. It was very weird. The CMC song itself also had some very interesting and also homage-like visuals to it. When the CMC get into the movie theater, you have Babs coming from behind the screen, pull out the movie behind them, and step out of the screen. That is horrifying in a lot of different ways. And then as they run away, she somehow teleports behind them and is now sucking out the entrails of the soda guy. I mean, like, that in of itself just had to put on a straight 10 on the visual aspect. They didn't have to think anything like that, but they did anyway. The final scene of the CMC running like they usually do, but this time they're running toward the barn, but every single time they cut to them running, you see Babs jump into a puddle, ruffle up the tree so the apples start to fall, and lastly just causing them to trip inside the barn. Like, all of this is really encapsulates what a bully is and what it actually does. And in and of itself, this is one of my favorite CMC songs, and this is why I had to put it on the list. Whew, there we go. Number 8, A True True Friend, another season 3 song. A True True Friend has a lot of actual aspects to it that makes it higher than I think it needs to be, because every time I listen to it, I just get a sense of this is a unifying song, a true unifying song. This is a song that is a culmination of all the stuff they've been through the past seasons of season 1 and 2 and what they've been going through in season 3, thus leading up to all of them coming together as what they are as friends, helping each other out with their particular problems that they have problems with because someone else of their friends can do it better than them. And from that, they just built up. It also shows the drastic importance of what a cutie mark is to them. And I really wish I could put like what my cutie mark is telling me in this as well, and also all the other songs that were in the season 3 finale, but this one I had to pick out of the bunch because this is truly all of the main 6 coming together and just really is showing the unification that they've built up throughout the seasons. So when it comes to the lyrics, a true true friend is like it's a sentence that I have never heard of before, but should have. Kind of thing. What a true friend is, but if it's a true friend, that is something even beyond. You're going beyond plus ultra at that point. And the visual aspect to it, I had to give it a 9, because while things were creative in how they were messing up their particular things, there was nothing like drastically visually like sprung like in the Babsy song. But what made up for that was just the song itself. The song itself is it's a tad better than what Babsy was, because of the message, because of the reason as to why it's a song, why it is important to have something like this to move the plot along with visual and audible storytelling. That's why this song gets number 8 on the spot, and the rest of the songs, sometimes I kind of have to debate whether or not this should have been higher on the list. But you'll figure it out, and hopefully I can articulate myself properly. Let's get on to number 7. Number 7, the Smile Song from Season 2, aka Pinkie Pie's primary song that really defines her character and what she is and who she likes to be as a party pony. Now, this song has been my number 1, my number 2, my number 3, my number 10. This song has been around the block when it comes to where I was supposed to put this on the list, because I love this song for the lyrical aspect. It captivates Pinkie Pie. If you ever needed a song that fully indicates what a character is, what she stands for, and how she loves to do it, it's the Smile Song. And granted, the Smile Song got a pretty awesome remix through a fan-made animation of her killing all of her friends, making it one of my favorite remixes of all time. I gotta say that. And the visual aspect of that, but we're not here to talk about that. We're talking about the fact that the song itself, the lyrics, the visual aspect to it was also very creative, showing a lot of different types of art styles. Not a lot of different types, but like styles to it that really also captivates Pinkie Pie. As she is a spontaneous and random character, the visuals around her will also change in certain ways. It even shows in the very song of her using her reality bending powers to her whim. The main thing I remember from the song is her jumping rope. And the kids are jumping rope, then she jumped rope with the kids, and then the rope itself is going. You think that would just be a visual gag that would just kind of stay there, but then you see her go to Apple Bloom that's in the foreground, and then you see in the background that the rope is still going. It's still going. It's still suspended in midair, going like usual. So no, that is like a thing. They know that was gonna be a thing. I don't know why I'm really addressing that, but I found that to be funny. And when you have a music video that's about Pinkie Pie and it makes you laugh and puts a smile on your face because of the random stuff that's going on, the song serves a purpose. It makes you smile. So the reason why it's not number 1, because I can't be biased on this list too much. I am still biased on this list. This list will have a lot of personal opinionated bias, but for some songs I had to dislodge that and put it at number 7. And the other songs have, granted, not that amazing level of when it comes to lyrics, visual aspects, and the song in of itself to it, but the reason why I put it at the top is because it has one thing in common that the other songs do not have, and that is stuck inside your head syndrome. You know, whenever you listen to a song and then there's like a particular beat, harmonizing tone, or just lyrical cue that just stays inside your head. Yes, this is what the next songs have, and I do not regret the reason why these songs are at the top, because if the song makes you remember the song, it has done its purpose. It has become a song that is good in my personal list. Let's go. Number 6. Cafeteria song. Help Twilight win the crown. Equestria Girls movie 1. This song, in a lot of ways, should not be 6. In a lot of ways. But, for Christ's sakes, the music, the lyrics to the song, and everything else coupled around it, it is the best song in that movie. It is the best song in that movie. And granted, it is High School Musical as hell, but there was a reason why High School Musical was so popular. And this captivates that almost to a T. And I gotta say, the choreography that the Human 6 do in order to like wow the cafeteria itself, we're very creative. It almost makes it look like it was like as smoothly animated as the Dazzlings were in movie 2, and trust me, we'll get to them very soon. But the Cafeteria song is on this list, and it's number 6 and higher than the others, mainly because when it comes to songs, and if you had to tell me what's the first song that pops into your head whenever the Equestria Girls movies are top 10. It is either one of the Dazzling Songs or the Cafeteria song in Equestria Girls 1. And that is exactly the reason why it is on this list and why it's so high. The song to it is very, very good to listen to. Very good to listen to. The visual aspects, really good when it comes to choreography. Granted, one or two scenes could have done a little bit better when it comes to like a certain somebody dancing. And the lyrics should be a little bit lower than what I probably put. What I probably put here. Who knows? I might have downgraded the lyrics a little bit from my initial list where I have when I'm looking at in front of me. But yeah, that's about all I can say about this without gushing over the fact that it's just still in my head now. It's still to my head to this very day. Ooh, okay. Going up to number 5, a recent top 5, ladies and gentlemen. The Goof Off, Season 4. This is where the personal bias comes in. This is where the personal bias comes in. I don't know if you noticed this, but I've been a huge fan of Weird Al Yankovic. You guys would not understand how drastic of my surprise was that Cheese Sandwich was Weird Al Yankovic. This is almost as much as I found out that the banana dude in Adventure Time was also Weird Al Yankovic. There's a lot of things that Weird Al does in my life that I thoroughly am happy that he does. And let's just say I grew up listening to his music, and to this day I still listen to his music because he is a funny individual who is very talented in many different ways, and I love him. Poker Face is still a song. So what is a song that is stuck inside my head, and I know all the different song parodies that he has done to a T, and that's just how much I adore the fact that they were able to make it so that you kind of captivate what Weird Al is in the Goof Off song. Granted, the song in of itself is just Pinkie Pie and Cheese Sandwich battling each other over the affection of Rainbow Dash during her birthday party. Of course, the lyrics of it, however, and the visual aspect. That's why the visual aspect is an 11 out of 10. The fact that they went out of their way to puppet a chicken and went out somewhere and filmed a live alligator proves that these two ponies reality break in general. I would not expect anything like this in Generations 1 through 3. This is what makes Generation 4 so memorable and so fantastic when it comes to what they do with their music. They manage to break the molds, especially when you have two characters that are completely out of left field when it comes to what they're going to do for their comedy. And I love it. It's great. It's fantastic. This song is awesome. And having Cheese Sandwich sing the Smile song as a homage to the fact that Cheese is weird and he does that to songs. Of course this is high on the list. Why would it not? Why is this not number 1? Because 4 other songs are better. 4 other songs are better because it actually got past my bias. There you go. Speaking of which, let's get to 4. Oh man, another Season 4 song. You'll Play Your Part. This song really got to me when I first listened to it. I love the song primarily because it's Twilight trying to find her place, trying to say, I'm a princess, but what am I a princess of? Well, Twilight, if you ask me, I think you would be a princess of friendship literally when you first gained your frickin' wings. But you as a character, and we as an audience understand that Twilight is a very flawed individual, and I love her flaws more than I love almost anyone's non-flaws in this show. And granted, sometimes of her not understanding that she is the friendship beacon kind of gets on me, but that is a minor criticism over the fact of her arc is just fantastic. This song also has 3 princesses, counting Twilight, so 4. 3 princesses that we barely have time to listen to song-wise, obviously. One song in particular for Cadence, one song in particular that most people know from Cadence, Luna, and then you have Celestia with Celestia's ballad. But having all 3 of them at the same time, having their own moment to sing, and the visual aspect to it, you can turn the music off. Listen to... not listen. Turn music off, just watch it, and you understand all the emotion that each character is trying to put in to help Twilight, better herself. Understand that, granted, yes, I get it. You feel as though that you're inferior in a lot of ways, but we cannot just simply tell you what you're good at. You have to find out on your own, and once you do, you are going to own it, girl. You're going to own it. So with that, I gotta just say, this song, bar none, is one of my favorites in a lot of different ways. The visual aspect is not as creative as the others. Granted, you just mainly have some like minor JPEGs of the cutie marks, and then you have Twilight's cutie mark pop in from time to time, and the princesses then fly around Twilight and all that. Visually, of course, not stunning, but everything else when it comes to the song and what the lyrics give to the table, that's why the song and the lyrics are like 11s out of 10. Number 3, The Magic Inside. God dang it. God dang it, season 5. God dang it. Good job. Good job. Good job on this song. When you have any song that opens up with piano, you got me. You immediately got me. You do not understand how much I love piano in any type of song. All right, piano has always been my just quintessential zen type of like sound of music. Okay, so you have Rara starting off the song with amazing piano, and then you get her lyrics, and the lyrics are just fantastic. All 11 out of 10 across the freaking board. Okay, song fantastic. The meaning of the song, she's just a pony, she makes mistakes. It's basically just like I'm only human after all, but harmonized with a pianic harmonizing tone, and it's great. The visual aspect, granted, it's just her sitting there playing the piano, singing like an acoustic, like off the grid kind of thing. Like it's a concert. But don't you like going to concerts? I know I'm probably stretching a little bit on that, but you feel that you're there with her. You feel that you're a part of the crowd watching her do her thing, and that's what that needed to do for me in that way. And the lyrics, I already told you, 11 out of 10 across the board. How are there 2 other songs better than this song? Well, my friends, it's because, well, you'll see when I actually get to it. All right, but in the end, The Magic Inside. If you have not listened to this song, like if you haven't listened to the song for like a while, please take a little bit of time out of your day to re-listen to this song. Really just sit back, enjoy the lyrics and everything to it. You will not regret it. Number 3, bar none. I'm actually kind of upset I couldn't give it number 1, but number 1's kind of cannot beat that song. Cannot beat that song. But let's get started with number 2. All right, yep, I'm cheating. I'm cheating up a storm. I'm cheating in this aspect, I know. Don't hate me. But number 2 slot gets 3 slots, and it is all the Dazzling Songs, one by one. Welcome to the show, Under I Spell, and Battle. All right, I cannot stress this enough, how I didn't want to do this, but I did. I know I'm cheating. I know. It needs to be one or the 3. But the reason why I put all 3 of them in number 2, because they all share a very particular theme. And all the theme is control. In Battle of the Bands, the theme is that pseudo manipulation. They're simply giving off the proper suggestion of, instead of doing what we're currently doing, do a Battle of the Bands. If you think about it and you're in that scenario, you actually wouldn't think anything of that. It's like another kid saying, okay, instead of like throwing a play, how about we do a Battle of the Bands? People do Battle of the Bands casually anyways in real life. So them doing that is not anything malicious. It's just them putting up a good suggestion, and that suggestion is helping them out with the rest of their plans. Then you get to Under Our Spell. The Under Our Spell thing is very good homage, if not intentional or not, to I Put a Spell on You and Now You're Mine from Hocus Pocus. That song is basically almost to a T the same song as this song of Under Our Spell. We are singing a song that is implying that we're taking control of you, yet you do not know, because the point to this whole Battle of the Band shtick is the simple fact that what we're doing. It's great. It's awesome. And then you get Welcome to the Show. You have pseudo control, minor control, and then full control. You have Welcome to the Show is quintessentially them saying, we won, we did this, and now you can't break out of it. And of course, I have to include the fact that the main 6, including Twilight, including Sunset, also has a big part in the song Welcome to the Show. But I'm mainly just talking about the Dazzling parts in particular. Not to mention, each of their songs always have a harmonizing tone to it. I don't know what they would call, like it can be orchestral, like you know when opera singers do. They're sirens, so of course you're gonna have a nice little somber hum to it, and that is great to what the Dazzlings are, and what really solidifies them as one of the better villains of MLP. They actually have a very good imposing force, especially Adagio, and these songs capitalize on the fact that they're sirens to a T. And I especially love how when you get to battle, then Under Our Spell, and then Welcome to the Show, in battle you got small, like slow little rhythmic, dulcet tone. And then once you get to Welcome to the Show, it's just nothing but like hard, yes, we are here, you will not ignore the fact that we are here. It's great. Number 2, all across the board, all 3 of these songs, do not care if you hate me. They're on this list, and you have to fight me to make me pick one or the other. Alright, now time for number 1. Oh, number 1. Before getting into number 1, how about we just give off some honorable mentions. Songs I really wanted to put on this list, but couldn't for various reasons that I hope to explain a little bit. Alright, first things first. Tricks Up My Sleeve, a Trixie-based song that showed up in the Crush Your Girls Rainbow Rocks. I wanted to put this song on a list, but there is no visual aspect to it, and it's simply a song simply showcasing how great Trixie is as a character. I love this song purely because, just like Smile Song with Pinkie Pie, this song encaptivates Trixie. What she is like, and how she views herself as a character. And it's great. The narcissism is strong with this, and actually has a stark difference in contrast of what Awesome As I Wanna Be is. You would think a person who literally has a song saying, as awesome as I want to be, I can literally turn my awesomeness from 55% to 125% anytime I want. You think that would be a little narcissistic, but it's just her being confident in herself. That's what I like about the Rainbow Dash song. But then you get to Trixie's song, and then it's literally her defining the fact that you are inferior to her in every way with the line, I'm a 6-course meal and you're just burnt toast. That alone made me say, I love this character. Anyway, BBBFF, or Big Brother Best Friend Forever. I like this song because it really showcased, well, yeah, Twilight had a brother, and she really cared about this this pony in her life, and now the fact that they're gonna get married without her even knowing anything about the you know, the bride in question, it really resonated with me, especially when in my time growing up, my sisters got their boyfriends, and then those boyfriends then became husbands, and then I'm sitting here like, why didn't I get an invitation to the fact that you're gonna get hitched to a person I don't even know, like that sort of thing. So I really resonated with Twilight on this one. The only reason why I didn't make the list is because it's rather a little bit on the short side, and then there's a parody of it that kind of made me think a little bit too much about this relationship. All right, next one would be Generosity, a song that is supposed to be defining Rarity as her character of being the generous one. Now, the only difference between Smile Song and Generosity would happen to be the fact that Generosity is purely Rarity talking about how she is in Manhattan. And it's mostly a song, one, about her generosity, and more about how Manhattan is affecting these characters and how the Manhattan has already had characters. So, unlike Smile Song, where it's literally Pinkie Pie showcasing all the great things about herself and what she does for everyone, I can't help but get the feeling that it's because of Manhattan that she's able to be like this anyway. It's because of her generous spirit she's able to do it. And not so much like literally anywhere she goes, she's going to be just like this, because Manhattan is this way of why she wants to be like this. One of the stanzas in the song is like, you shouldn't be treating strangers like their friends. This town's too big and cold. It's like, yeah, you being generous in a place like that makes sense. But as for Pinkie Pie, she literally brings joy and laughter literally on the moon if she wanted to. Apples to the Core. Apples to the Core is just too dang catchy. I just had to put it on the honorable mentions because, come on, how can you listen to Apples to the Core and not get with that tune? Come on, think about it. The last honorable mention has to go to Glass of Water by Discord. This song, it is not the best lyrically. This is not the best, song that you can actually just listen on the go. For me. But god dang it, are the visual aspect to this song just straight up 20 out of 20. 20 out of 10. Alright? I love this song purely on a visual aspect. I cannot listen to this song unless I'm actually watching Discord mess with the reality with all of his mind-bending aspects to it and his just visual tone of it. And all the references that he put in, especially near at the very end, he makes a New Hope reference. It's just a Star Wars reference in general. It's just all that. All that it really defines Discord. Granted, Discord does not have a Discordiant song called Discord or something like that. Of course, there is a song called Discord, and that song is great. But Glass of Water is basically the song that showcases all the randomness that is Discord and encapsulates his personality pretty well. Also, his just nature as a character, and it's great. So that's all with the honorable mentions. Let's get on with number 1. This Day Aria from season 2. Okay, I swear to Christ, if I find a single person in my comment section or in real life come up to me and say, This Day Aria is not the greatest song of MLP, I will have to fight you. Joking aside, seriously, This Day Aria was a quintessential song that even makes people who do not like MLP like MLP. Like, I am serious. Out of all the songs that Josh has said, that if he had to choose one song that would get him back in MLP, if they reprised it in any of the seasons, it would be This Day Aria. This Day Aria, the song, is so different from any other song. It's kind of like what Phantom of the Opera would probably do if the Phantom of the Opera was all about a wedding. And then you have the visual aspect. You have Cadence and fake Cadence, aka Cream Chrysalis, who is disguised as Cadence, going off on both their tangents of what they believe. And the fact that it's the same singer also gets with me. That the fact that he can be so two-faced in the exact same time. The same person in real life, but two different people in the show, and it just shows. You first get the bad version, you could say, how she doesn't really care about Shining. She's only doing this for their own particular purpose. And then you have Cadence, who truly loves Shining, who's truly trying to do everything, pushing herself to the very limit in what she has gone through to get back to her husband, and it's to her groom, planning to be husband. And you feel the stakes. The visuals to it also showcases the stakes. Throughout it, she's getting ready for the wedding. They're trying to find a way out of this cave. Then you get closer and closer, and she's getting at the altar. She is walking up to it. It's this close. Everything is about to come to an end. They need to hurry up and save for Shining before he's just married to a bee. And it's like, you feel it. You feel the tension there, and it's fan-friggin-tastic. Don't even get me started with the lyrics. I already told you a little bit about the lyrics and how they are back and forth with the dreaded aspect to it and the hopeful aspect to it. Cadence's voice is godly. I made this joke in my you'll play your part literal video that I got done and sadly could not save when my old channel got deleted. But in that, I had Cadence say, I have the best voice in this whole song. Because, in my personal opinion, out of all the princesses, even including Twilight, Cadence has the best musical voice. It's fantastic, and any song with her will always be high on the list for me. This is why This Day Aria, to this day, is still my quintessential favorite song of MLP. Now, come at me, guys. I'm ready for your disagreements. I'm also ready for your positives in that way. Maybe one of these songs were also on your list somewhere. And I would like to know what you guys think as well. Me, I'm always good. I'm always willing to know what you guys like about the series. And since season 9 is going to be the last season of Generation 4, until we have to wait for the great reset of until Generation 5, I want to know everything you guys like about the series. And of course, when season 9 comes in, they might have one more song in there that might make this list, and I'll definitely try to update it as time goes by. And I do want to make it like a very emotional, impactful scene, because when you have a guy like me who watched Generation 1 back when he was growing up with his sisters, because I had a lot of sisters growing up, and I remember getting those VHS tapes, putting it on, and then putting them on, and then liking the ponies and all their pretty colors and all things going out. Smooth's doing his thing in the movie. Laban, Grogar, Katrina, all these great villains that showed up during the time. And then you get to Generation 2, and then Generation 3 killed me. It's like, okay, I get it. It's strictly, I was a kid then. I'm a grown up now. Generation 3, Generation 3.5, you killed me. There's no way that MLP is supposed to be like this big grandiose thing that everyone's supposed to love, even with my old nostalgia of Generation 1. And then Generation 4 kicks in. Thanks to friendship on the real life side, I'm able to get into this series and like these songs as they are when they came out, as they came out, and was able to be part of this community. So again, tell me what you guys think of this list, and give me your list of your own. And I'm gonna get started on the next list. Now I'm supposed to be getting done before the end of April, which, considering that it's fairly early, I think I actually do this. So this is Do Be a Universe. I see you guys next time. Bye.